Okay, we're currently recording. Chibi, can you tell me what the fuck's going on right now, and
So I have
what
a
day it
I have
is?
I found a book. I found a very fun book. And by that I mean I found the worst book, intentionally the worst. I found a book called Dracula 2010 by Peter Chimera. This is an old book. I've had this for a while, and I just remembered it. Um, and there's some rules here I have in place for all of you today.
On
Um,
Christmas Eve.
on Christmas,
Evil.
yep, on Christmas Eve. These rules are very simple. Um, the first rule is that it has to be read in a with friends. Hopefully, they stay friends. Um,
Don't buy this Garfield carton. You won't have to worry about this.
I don't know what you're talking about. And secondly, uh,
Is
this
that
book
sense?
this book must be written out loud with all grammatical errors intact.
So we have to write it out loud, just as you said.
To read it out loud.
God damn it, Chibi. You're already saying shit wrong.
Batty's already on a roll. He's already putting in his own grammatical errors.
All right, and I believe we are going to start us off with Dan on the first paragraph on the first.
Everybody gather around the campfire, get your hot cocoa, because Dan is about to lay down some hot bars.
Papa Daniel, please tell us the story of Dracula.
Dracula
2010.
2010 by Peter Chimera. Time was in Transylvania in the future year 2010. Many cars were built in their droves across roads made of not dirt but paved technology microchips. Were built onto cars and phones and buildings. I am in one of that building.
No period.
Noodle.
John Bank was spy who worked for American and Canadian governments in secret elements to stop crime. But this time, crime was off the schedule.
Batty.
Is it me? Okay.
Yeah.
This crime phone. He introduced himself, ringing the phone. I am John Bank for Secret Servicing.
The phone rang. Hello, Mr. Bank. I am not Russian spy, so you don't have to worry.
John Bank laughed at his joke because it was a good one and KGB does not exist anymore yet.
How are you, Jock Denvers?
I am good, my old friend. My wife has baked Bornies for your successful mission that saved me in Bosnia. The way they break that word down too, it's literally suck.
Suck.
S-O.
Batty.
Okay. Is this Dracula?
No.
I don't know yet.
Okay. Thank you, Wave Jack. I am lover of brownies, but they are not good to eat at all the time without a balanced diet.
Bullshit.
How goes your mission where you have to defuse bombs?
John laughed. I am diffusing them now in the office. But it was joke because John Bank does not share information with Ushins, even if they are friendies. Every year the Soviet Union might come back and it would be danger us to give away secrets.
John looked inside his watch because he had computer inside that stores 500 terabytes of bomb data. Jack, I have to go because my mission needs me.
Very good, Wit. Where do I send brownies?
Put them on the mail service delivery card because I can pay for it with my government raise. Goodbye, friend. I must have an actionful hurry. Oh, that's another John line. I'm sorry.
Yes, this has been John the whole time.
Pretend I did the John voice. John sprang out of his boomerang chair and walks his way into action run.
Lots of time later, John Bank was not on the streets of Hong Kong because he was hasted onto the downtown of Transylvania.
This city is less advanced, John noticed. There are only phone booths without internet, John noticed.
Just then, John noticed that the bomb was in another place. He tracked it using watch tracking of bombs using in thermobytes.
You should be careful, John Bank, said mysterious spy.
Who? There? Don't waste time.
Mysterious spy pulled out a gun, and it was disguised exactly like a briefcase.
Oh, shoot! John Banks recognized the briefcase. If my calculations is wrong, that is not a briefcase.
Well, dome, mysterious spy said. My name is Randy Craddock, and I am a legal spy for the Mystery Company.
John had not heard of Mystery Company, so he played along with the trick.
If that is true, you are very far from headquarters.
Not true, Mr. Bong. For you see, the headquarters is very close by.
What? Where is I demanding?
Mysterious spy turned on his suspicion. Aga, I understand you tried to trick me using just that question.
Well, if you're so smart, it's time for a kickstart. And John Bank kicked the ninja for a backflip.
Oh my god.
This motherfucker. This guy's a fucking badass. I don't know if you guys know.
You're so smart. It's time for a kickstart. Oh my god.
There wasn't time to make him land, so John ran before he could fall down.
We have to find the Brahm, John told a downtown woman as he ran across her. Checking transmission. This is John Bank. Where do I find disarming equipment?
Transmission said, John Bank, you need to get out because the bomb is detonate all the people.
No! How many people die from radius?
Don't understand, John.
Ugh, why not?
Authors noted President is Barack Obama. Change this.
Should we change it again?
No, you read it as is, and then the author's note.
Okay, that's perfect.
Batty.
No, it's Jimmy.
Oh, did Batty do why not? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because President John McCain told him on his radio, it's not a radius. We have to evacuate the whole city from its entire diameter.
I think you do the author's note too, Chibi.
Author's note, if President Barack Obama changed this.
John hurried to government to warn them to evacuate.
I am President of Transylvania, said the government.
Oh, but this is a spoilers ahead. And government man went down to the government to do a business.
It's a spoilers ahead.
Noodle, you have to pick up from nearest president.
Mr. President, if you don't evacuate from the doom, the bomb will go off.
Yes, we know, Mr. Banks, and I have it all under control.
The president of Transylvania reeked over and pressed a button on his seated chair.
Before all of their eyes, a viewing display became visible.
What are we looking at?
The president was wearing a black coat, and when he stood up, he was wearing. This is an internet video, and it as showing real time of where the bomb is.
Not gonna lie, I would wear a blink coat. That'd be a tight look.
I actively have to slow down so I can fuck up speaking properly.
Yeah, no, we have to actively be 80% stupider than we usually are.
This is using all my mental capacity to read out this text.
Like, my brain wants to read it correctly.
Yeah. Great reliefs, John sighed, wiping his forehead with his eyebrows. What? 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 How?
When the president wiped his cloak over his shoulders, he said, "It is all under control, Mr. Bank, and thank you for America and Canada as assistance for the protecting of our nation."
Something seemed suspicious, so John Banach went back to hotel room where he could review his case files. Oh,
How
Fatty,
come
real quick,
two? Said Chief Michael.
You followed me to mission?
Fatty, for the overlay, can you have the little Louise icon just poking his head out of the corner since he's on mute?
Okay, I'll do that.
He
Hold
is
on.
technically here.
This is necessary. Everybody who's listening to this.
Oh hell yeah!
Also, Dio Luis just really big all of a sudden, fit to screen, shrink him down. We'll put him in like one of the corners. Transform, rotate. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Right there, it's perfect. Okay. Now do I read?
Yes, this is desperate time.
This is desperate time, Mr. Agent Banks. I help you with all your bombs.
Oh. Meanwhile, the president of Transylvania turns out to be Dracula.
How was plan?
Talking henchman replied, "President Dracula, there is 300 more bombs, but none of them are in our Transylvania part. They are exported to Romania."
Excellent. Dracula seemed. I had to think about that for a
One of
second.
my favorite lines. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Oh my god, that hurts to look at. What the fuck? Who is this Peter Chimera?
He is a sadist of the highest caliber to English teachers
Goddamn!
across
Oh
the
my
world.
god!
Goddamn Draculas.
It's better.
He better not be caught by the school board. They're gonna execute him.
Fatty, read your part.
Okay. We must carry on to the next plan of the next phase. That henchman spoke that right away.
Chibi.
I am giving permission for the execution.
Gulped. Yes, President Dracula.
John Bank opened his briefcase and found evidence, and it was evidence proving that he was a traitor.
John said, "I have to kill you because you traitor." So he took out his gun and shot the chief.
This is a sorry bad thing, he thought, but he realized that there was important matter he had to give attention, and then she called authorities on his telephoning, but he had to hurry.
That's the whole second chapter.
It's the second.
Okay, now we're 2 chapters in. Now we're 2 chapters in. Should we discuss what we think of this?
No. Let's just
We'll
keep
talk.
going.
What's the story's actually getting close to over.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
When John returned from mission, he was greeted by 100 mission men.
President of the mission told him, "John, you have the makings of a great battleship."
Thanks, gentlemen, but I could not do it without a support.
Just utterly, there was a Satanic explosioner? What?
Oh no.
Look out!
Be safe, quick, John said with a catastrophe development.
The bomb only exploded 13 guys, but it was tragic act of terroristing. This has to be connected to my mission. Pull up the mission schematics.
A tragic act of terroristing. Oh my god, I don't want that on my fucking tombstone.
Who the fuck was next?
Noodle.
Barry Tolvers.
Barry Tolvers, who is John Banks' partner, said, "The computer is very damaged, but I pulled up information that the president of Transylvania is Dracula."
He sawed.
Gentlemen, this is meanwhile while Dracula was finish his phase. He told henchman.
Are you kidding me?
That should
That's the end of chapter 3 too? What the fuck?
Yeah.
that should
It
complete the
continues to
phase.
chapter 4. That same fucking sentence continues in chapter 4.
It's chapter
This
4,
sentence is
and then
broken
chapter
in
4
two key
again.
chapters.
2 chapter 4s.
Please, this isn't a language. This is somebody who English was their 10th language and they didn't speak the other 9 properly.
I go for a table.
This is like when that one chick put songs through several layers of Google Translate and then back into English.
Oh my god.
We will talk about this once the story is
Yeah.
over.
John Bank must never find our ultimate weep, no.
John Bank, who was promoted to director for his timely action. John drove into work in him brand new Cadillac hybrid motorcycle that was powered by a hovercraft.
What the fuck you Dad, that was a fucking Oni bit. I don't give a shit what you say, like, I'm hearing my new Cadillac hybrid motorcycle that was powered by hovercraft.
Dan, I was just impressed by the fact that you read that all right the first time.
It uses no emissions, he told the guard who respected his environment choice.
When he burst out into the briefing room, what is the status?
Director John Bank, you have to listen to me. We are in a serious problem.
We have found bombs?
We have found 300 bombs!
This is exasperating. Tell me the details immediately.
Moderately is a good word.
There is no time for chance. You must head directly to Romney-Nania.
Romania.
Yes, I have an appointment with danger, John said while he slept back his Harry. It was time to put a stop to adventure.
Not so fat, Director Jogan Bank.
Who dares to? John demanded.
But the answer came from the silent. Then he saw that the base was full of dead people.
How did they die?
His partner, Barry Tolvers, was only survivor. Sir, it appears to be poison. There must be an inside man.
Who could it be? I already shot the chief.
I don't count, Mr. Bank, but there is no time to find out why I have to stop Dracula.
Okay, but how to do I disarm a 300 bombs at once?
Barry nuded and frowned with his entire face. You can't do it unless you are magic.
What are you stopping about? That is an impossible.
Sorry, I needed a second. That's it! Magic! Secretary brought in, and John went digging into arcs where he finding a Tim machine.
Barry was short. Is that A?
John said to tell him, yes, it is American and Canadian secret that here inside the secret spy service we have an end times machine which you must keep faithful to your guards.
Noodle trudged through that.
It's going to get better.
I fucking had an aneurysm.
So you can go back to stop the bombs?
Negamive, my friend, became stuck and can only go back to one time. Beck case. That's where the portal is used. Also, if we use it, it will be used up.
So we can only use it in the greatest emergency?
Right, so I'll go first. And he entered a whirling portal and enter it whirling into medieval kingdom so he could find the legend of chaos magic, which is the only thing that can stop so many bumps. But the portal closed behind him, leaving him stranded in a puddle of mud.
Oh no, great! And his explosive shoes were made as dirty. How am I to defeat Flacula if I cannot keep my shoes? Defeat Flacula if I cannot
Defeat Flacula.
stay my shoes clean.
I hate this Chibi and I love it so much.
Chapter 5. Excuse me, John told the man, but he guy was shocked of John Banks's modern in tuxedo, which looked wrong for him. So John went on moving until he came to seeing a breastiful maiden.
That's a good word, breastiful.
Hello, lad E. I am looking for tavern to sleep my weary face.
You mucked look for the green man, and he has the best tavern in City Square.
Okay.
And so John found the tavern, but inside it was a man who wrote green. Are you the green man?
It's Charlie.
Yes! Yes, so I'm looking for a place to rest. You can rest here.
So John went to a room where he could sleep and plotted out where he could find the chaos magic and was so nervosed that he, in order to hide the technology of his watch from prying eyeballs.
It would be Dangarex to show face of vision to see much marvels.
Just then, the Fari looked in his window. Who are you staying there?
I am John Bank, and I am from America.
The first time it's ever been spelled correctly.
America? Where is this place? Sounds unknown, like it's a great journey.
It is near here, but you have to take a very large boat.
The fair yunderstander him but was puzzled. I am fairy who will answers you 2 questions, but you must not lie.
That is a nice try, Bert. You are not really fairy, and it was only optical illusion from machine that come from hymns from the future.
Tell me where the chaos magic is.
A chaos magic doesn't exist, said the machine. You have wasted your time and self-distort with one greatened explosive.
Self-distort.
This was cause of distress, and Jahorn tired to sleep, but he could not sleep with blown up machine in his room.
Chapter 6. Meanwhile, 1,000 years into the future, Jack Denvers, who was Russian friend, finds, oh no, but where is John Bank?
He was tarped in the rocks where Dracula happened. I live it for over 1,000 years to build these bombs, and John Bank will never come back to save you because he is trying to fix the bomb plan.
I have to believe he will do it in time and still help me because I am his Russian friend.
Dracula laughed again, and he did not believe that John would save him. But just in case...
Put a guard next to Jack Devers and make sure ye find out his real name so we can kidnap his wife.
We already found it on his package of cookies, told a henchman Corgo.
That is lied, Jack Crade. We never put real name.
Oh god, I lost my fucking mind for a second.
It's
No,
okay.
but we Drake's package with our spy in the postal office. So you see, you are doomed.
Jack could say nothing, but he was upsetted, and they put a guard of velociraptors that they took from back in time. Oh, wait, I misspoke. I'm sorry. Velociraptors.
Velociraptors, yes.
The lower Cryptoraptors.
Velociraptors.
Back in 1010, John downloaded from the blown-up machine to see if it had any data that had not been explored. And the answer was combat. You must fight the barman.
Oh, cripes. Yawn grasped.
The man who had a green came at him and pointed his fist at the propel.
The man who had a green. You better watch out. I'm gonna get green at you. The thing is, that doesn't sound any not like it's from this book. You better not mess with me or I'll get long at you.
I have to use my training. And John did an uppercut into the green man's big toe.
Ouch!
I quit.
You gotta punch down for that to happen.
I quit, Chibi.
You can't quit now. You're already in.
I just said gouch, guys. Let's be professional here. Okay. Let me
His
like
couch like couch.
let me get back into character. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Gouch! But the man attacks him with right away.
John felt powerful punch into stomach and was forced to do a backflip.
I've got you, said the barman, and he did a backflip.
John used the backflip to make him fall over. He fell on bar, which broke all the ale.
Oh no! I'm out of business!
Motherfuckers just doing backflips left and right. Look at that Jackie Chan
I
movie.
can't tell you how badly I want this to be a movie now.
Oh, it gets better.
John felt bad and said, "I will help you build Bugness once again, but I must find the magic for it to save my people of America. Will you help me?"
Okay, Solid Snake.
Epic Reddit magic.
It seems I must join forces. By the way, my name is Nathan Norris.
So they set it out at first light and came wandering upon a robbers.
Give us our money, you have.
John only had American and Canadian money, so he said he did not have. So Tay shooted arrows at the green man.
You better not would hurted him.
Nathan said, "No, it is okay, they missed." But before the sentence was finished, Nathan jump kicked over John's head and double kicked both their heads together, and there was only one robber left.
It was jumper kicked.
Robert tried to run away a bit, but Nathan picked up three bows and fired a warning shot into the robber's money.
Oh, problem! As the monies all fell onto the ground like mini coins.
That's what the fuck it is.
John, and Nathan laughs, and now Manny couldn't go to the what the fuck?
No, you never heard of those who are more unfortunate than you?
Unfortunate.
Sometimes we have an unfortunate lot in life, and we need to be grateful for the times when we can woek up.
Wait, do I read the next line?
But
But the conscious robbers woke up. Where is our leader?
He has left you, and now you have to tell us where to find the chaos magic.
If we don't tell you anything.
okay, so they left the robberies tied up so the other authorities could justice them uply.
Don't you just hate it when you get justed?
They had no auteur clues, so John followed a hunch.
Okay, I have actually... never mind. Aha! There is a headquarters, Nathan said, with his face looking at it.
This must be where Dracula will make the bombs. It is very for future.
Then it's time for the end of me sorry. I am have to go, old friend, said Nathone.
That is all, okay? Nathan Norris. But what will you business?
Noodle, are you still alive?
Oh my god. Wow. I'm losing my shit. That is not to worry. I will making a lot of money for reward of the robber thieves. John Banks said goodbye, and your great trend children will one day have an action star.
John went into the headquarters, but it was courted by too many vampires. So John Bank thinking quickly.
You have opened the window and melting us, said the vampires, and 100 of them turned to dust.
There are only 15 left, but still too many for karate. The vampire growled his plan, so John cleared him out the door into the sunlight. They weren't expecting karate.
Mistake! He cried and burstled into ash like a great flaming because vampires cannot sunlight and they don't go sparkly like in that Twilight movie.
Lo and behold, karate.
John broke off a piece of wood from the door and threw it through a vampire, but he caught it.
Noodle, you sound like you're resorting to robot voice because you're dying.
Yes.
You need a hug.
I am like really, really sleepy for no good reason, but I'm having a great time.
Okay, good. Dracula is draining your energy, we'll say.
Dracula.
That is my only weapon. John kicked a vampire and he accidented into it, getting staked.
If I only had a crossbow, that's it! And John used his laser watch to shoot a wooden table, so it exploded and shot pikes of wood everywhere, sticking in almost all the vampires. Only 2 were left, so he took the stick out of one to use it.
I just read the next one and I don't think I can do this one seriously. Stop him before he kills the vampires, said vampire girl who did a backflip, but John did a backflip to catch up with her and staked her in the heart before she could backflip.
Only one was remained, so Junk did a spin kick into his eye to blind him, then cut its head off with a European battle axe.
He searched the headquarters, but couldn't find Dracula because he must be out. But he found the bombs and wrecked them into the lake.
Chapter 7. 1,000 years later, Dracula was just ready to do his plan, but said, Are you ready to pay the consequences? Jack Denvers.
No, and Jack kicked him.
Oh, your kick is too late. I will detonate the bomb. The bombs. Wait, where are they? Author's note. I increased font size because Dracula shouted louder, but it was already capitalized.
The bombs disappeared, Dracula said. This can only be a time paradox.
I hate that paradox is a word he spelled right.
That itself is the paradox.
Yeah.
John Bank came in because he cryogenically froze himself for 1,000 years in the lab.
Darcula was mad, so he got on a motorcycle to escape, and John chased him on his motorcycle. But because of environment choice, it drives slower, so John had to drive smart.
Dan, right? Darkula sounds like it would be something Black Dynamite would fight. Man, Darkula, your time is over, alright? You ain't nothing against a good bunch of hard-working black folk with a plan. Danim.
Oh.
Go.
After doing a swerve, John drove faster until Dracula had to do a swerve. Then he was closer to Dracula, pressed a button that exploded Shuriken Ninjas star shots all over John's everything. But his motorcycle had a shield that protected it all except John's leg was cut. John Bank could not heal the injury while motorcycling, so he had to make hasty decision and backflipped his motorcycle to crash forward into Dracula's motorcycle and did a backflip off of it to land on the grass while the vehicles crashed. I want you to appreciate what I just read.
No, because I'm gonna tell you right now, Kiwi, the only word used more than John in this whole fucking book is backflip. Everyone's backflipping.
Oh my god.
John was wounded and Dracula came over him with a big sword. Oh my goodness, this just took a really sexual turn.
Any last words, Mr. Bank?
Yeah, because it is my victory speech of America and Canada, John said, but it was a trick to make Dracula turn his head, and John shot
him with a security gun licensed to him by the American and Canadian government.
Help! That hurt my neck. And Dracula fell backside onto the hill that made him roll backwards.
So John could fire another shot, but he needed holy water or a stake. So to kill the bad guy who was vampire leader because of justice.
He shot a stop sign so it came out, and then John stabled Dracula with the sign in the exact heart.
Blah! You cannot win forever! Dracula mashed. I will get a revenge on you, government! And then he fell into a dead body because of John's victory.
He fell into a dead body.
I just imagine he puts on a pair of shades for this next part. Now I just needs to examine the evidence.
Yeah!
A lot of hours later.
Hold on. John Bank, you have killed the president of Transylvania and the chief. So you have broke so many rules of the government. We have no choice but to be fired.
But John Bank didn't care because he saved the world and stopped the bombs, and he would still be friends with Jack Denvers, who is really called a secret Russian name. Who his name? It is mysterious, so you will have to imagine. John Bank now works as a writer of action spy magazines, but he cannot tell the truth because it's confidential. Then end.
Okay. So now we can talk about what we just read.
Wow.
My head hurts.
The fuck was that?
Okay. So, I think we have a new Pulitzer Prize winner on our hands.
This is an underrated gem. You know, I can see why this didn't get a movie. There's too much subtle nuance in this for an actor to properly portray.
Man. Where is the Keanu Reeves to be playing John Banks?
Like if that's the case, I only want to see Gary Oldman play this Dracula.
Gary Oldman's the only one who could play Dracula.
Which one? We have Dracula, Cacula, Cocula,
Black Dynamite, Black Dynamite villain Darcula.
Dracula.
Chibi, you see, I don't think you picked up on this. The reason they go by that many names, Dracula's conflicted internally. He doesn't know who he is. Therefore, he doesn't know how to present himself to the world.
A really tragic character, don't you know?
There's some nuance in here.
The Velociraptors, yep, really deep characters if you really think about it.
So, Chibi, you've had this book for like probably almost 10 years now.
Close to, I think.
Do you know who this Peter Chimera is?
So, the thing is,
Is this you? Did you
no.
write this, Chibi?
God, I wish. So Peter Chimera, is better known bad fic troll fic artist. He is an individual who intentionally makes bad fan fictions. Either as satire or just for shits and giggles. And he has his own website that you can see. A lot of his stuff is on fanfiction.net, such as wonderful listings as The Matrix Return, Black Crisis with Master Chief, Resident Deadly.
Oh, that one sounds great.
The Digimon Save as the World 1111 trilogy.
Oh, we gotta do that one
With Jack.
And then we have one of his other books. So Dracula 2010, and then there was Peter Chimera Book of Historical Fiction. Is pretty cool. If you ever want to have some shits and giggles, just go look up Peter Chimera and have fun.
I'm gonna propose something right now.
Yeah.
We read the Digimon one on a day when we can't do Digimon Knighthood. So if we ever can't record Digimon Knighthood and we're not all here, we should record the Digimon one.
Okay, but here's another important thing. We don't tell Jack any of it.
Unless Jack listens to this.
Jack won't listen to this, because if he does, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. You hear that, Jack? If you listen
Jack will
all
get,
the way
like,
to the
3
end, I'm gonna...
Jack will get like a chapter in, get a headache, and stop listening, and yell at us.
Okay, yeah, no, that is what Jack would do.
Oh my fucking god. This was... I don't even know how to fucking react to this.
We're not even done with the book.
I thought we were finished with the book. It says then end.
We're done with the
We
first
finished
story.
Dracula 2010. That's the first story in the book.
It's
GB,
Dracula 2010
I can't
and
do
other
anymore.
things.
I'm telling you, I can't. This was too fucking much. I'm tired. Other things I don't want to say on recording, but
I'm honestly just sad that Draculan died in the end. I was really sad by that, actually.
hey, John Banks saved the world. How can you be sad?
I
I will
just...
say, Commuter Virus is fantastic. We might have to hold that off for later.
I promise you I will come back to do this again. I just can't right now. This was... So it's so weird. It's like... I can feel my frontal lobe slowly cooking.
Me
Just
too.
gonna say, this is the second time that Chibi has broke you.
if I wasn't tired, this wouldn't have broken me half as bad as it did. But it was fucking stupid because this is just how I talk regularly.
Oh, I forgot. Okay, no, hold on. Cable, very quickly, we can actually do the Tessiobnik Cowboy. Why? Because it's one page.
Fuck it, let's
Alright,
do it.
let's do that one real fast. Bonus book.
Bonus book.
Chibi just read, right?
No, it was Dan.
Noodle.
Did Dan read?
Yep, I did the last line.
Oh yeah. Psionic Cowboy rode into Tuan to find that his whole town was a ghost town.
Where did odd everyone go? He sighted his horse, but his horse did not know. So he rode it into the saloon, where he took off his horse and walked in without his horse because it would not fit into the doorway.
The room was a wooden saloon that was ver rustic for the year in the distant future.
Bartender, be identify.
Shut off, you gobsly uglies! Shooting the bartender who was hiding below a table.
You say bartender?
No, I won't. It is only me. I am not a ghost.
The bartender did not want to come out of hide, so the cowboy used his sight to discover him.
How did you fina me? Said the bartender as the cowboy found the table off of him.
It is my mystery, and Bo, I fight ghosts.
Okay, but cause of ghosts is not a straight for. Offner's note. I didn't think of a way to end it because I think they were all ghosts because aliens abducted everyone's lungs because they couldn't breathe oxygen.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a very
That's
special.
That's a
That's
great
the ending of the
story.
Guys,
That was short.
this was a lovely way to spend our Christmas Eve. Like,
Yes.
we could
This is Christmas.
we could be sitting down with family members. We could be going out, bringing out cheer and donating things to charity. But instead, we decided to read Peter Chimera stories.
Well, you know what? Sometimes this year, let's be frank, this was a pretty fucking tough year for everybody. So bringing some giggles on Christmas Eve, it's a gift that I think everybody can appreciate.
And you know, I think the only way to truly bring this to a halt now is to karate backflip our Cadillac hybrid motorcycles. They're powered by hovercrafts, you know.
Yeah.
And I will say this as cable provider, DM for File Phantasma and players and many things on this channel. I wish you a happy non-denominational winter holiday to whatever it is you celebrate, whatever you celebrate with others, or whatever just gets you through this year. Have a good one.
Always remember, ghost is not a straight for.
Ghost is not a straight for. Bye.
Bye.